Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. All right. Long time no see. It's been a minute. I know. But it's time for the next phase of the gains journey. I've had myself a nice break, chilling out. This is not going to be about the physique, but we are no longer shredded anymore. We still have some semblance, but we're like 180 to 185, somewhere around there. I ballooned up to like 190, and then I cut back down, and then I've just been kind of floating. I knew it was going to happen. I gained a little bit more than I was hoping, but whatever. But anyways, that's the physique check. That's all you're getting. Now it's time for the next phase. But first, I'm going to show you some super dope stuff. Ta-da! Hold on. I got a home gym. The home gym. I bought one. So if you can't tell, I'm fucking pumped. I've always wanted a home gym. And while it's kind of cheesy, this one is going to serve a grand purpose. The next journey of the gains. So what's the next journey? I have officially gotten shredded. Don't really need to get that lean ever again. It was cool, but I don't care anymore. And before I moved here, I had just gotten done with a little bit of a self-developed strength program. I got up to a 295 bench, a 365 squat, almost for two, and I don't do deadlifts because I hurt my back, so I'm not gonna worry about that. What I want for the next era is to bench 315, squat 405, and I want to be able to do 5 weighted pull-ups with a 45. Good, clean pull-ups. Man, I live next to an airport, and there's always planes flying over. Okay, so I want to bench 315, I want to squat 405, and I want to do 5 pull-ups with a 45. Now, I have to be very careful doing this. Previously, the reason that I stopped the strength program is 2 things. One, I slightly tore my pec. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was super fucking painful, and I didn't recover like fully for about 3 months. So I just had to cut the benching off there. And then, as whoever's returning may know, my knees are pretty fucked, and it got to a point, actually, when I was attempting the second rep at 365, where I decided I could no longer squat heavy for now. I've been working on my knees. They've been getting better, but I have finally endeavored in taking BPC 157, so technically I'm no longer natural. This is a disclaimer. I'm not taking anything anabolic. From my understanding, it doesn't help with like muscles. It's just tendons and ligament repair. And so far, it seems like it's been doing great. I haven't worked out in about 10 days. I've been just relaxing, getting myself ready, eating more, and all this stuff. Be ready for this, because today we're going to start everything off with checking out where our numbers are at. So I want to get a 315 bench, 405 squat, but before I get into actually working on towards those goals, man, I haven't been on camera in a while. I forgot how to talk. I want to see my baseline. So today we're not doing a full workout or anything. We're just going to do some squats, some bench, and some weightless pull-ups to see where everything's at. So, yeah, I'm going to do some squats. I'm thinking that's a little tall. Now, I don't have the best depth, and I don't have a mirror yet, so I can't really gauge my depth. So it might be a little subpar, but you know what, whatever. I'm not here to be perfect, just to be great, or something. My only goal really is to get 315. If I can go heavier, if 315 is a breeze, I will. If 315 is pretty hard, I'm probably not going to go above that, but right now 315 is the goal. I apologize for the noise and the frogs. I do live in the woods and I'm lifting outside. So maybe it'll be like nice gym ASMR. You can hear the slight little rattling of the weights and the frogs or whatever. I'm not going to move this because it's going to take too much effort, but that's a little bit too tall. In case anyone is 5'10", however many notches up this is, go one below that. Helpful tips from Tyler. I also only have two 45s. So this is not a 45, this is a 35, by the way. I'll have two 45s. We're going to have to do this kind of cheapy style until I have enough money to buy another set of plates. But still do 315 for now. Up to, 365 in total. But, yeah. And yes, I know they're bumper plates. Not clanging and banging, no cast iron. I do have one set of cast iron plates that I bought, but, working with what we got here, okay? We're trying to make gains on a budget. Mosquitoes! Okay, 315 next. We got 45, 45, 35, and a 10. I said this earlier, but in case I cut it out, I do want to get another set of 45s. Just don't have the money for right now. We're balling on a budget. But this is going to be probably last set. I was going to go up, but I didn't think about how the only weight that I have up is 25s, and I definitely can't do 365 right now. So that's going to have to wait until I get another set of 45s. And probably not, once I get my working sets back up at 315, they're probably going to stay there for a little bit until I get more 45s. Might have to look on Facebook Marketplace. But all right, 315. I wonder how many gym goers have squatted 315 outside. I wonder what the stat is on that. Oh my God. Wow. Well, that was way harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm not even sure if that depth is any good. Huh. Holy shit. Right, after reviewing the footage, the depth wasn't that bad. I'm not mad at that. Could have been better, but I'm not mad about it. It was a little shaky at the bottom. Now, it has been about 10 days since I've lifted last. So, bunch of different variables to go into configuration. But hey, we got the 315. Not going to go up from that yet, but we can still squat 315. Whew. That's a relief. All right, now it's time to set up the bench. See where we're at on bench. I'm just gonna chat for a second because I feel like it. I'm not the most expressive person, but I am so pumped for this. You have no idea. I've always wanted a home gym. I've never really actually genuinely considered it though, because I've just always had a gym membership. But I have always wanted to be able to just work out in my house. I can be loud and crazy if I want to. I can listen to whatever I want to. Do whatever I want. And it just has always been enticing to me. And I finally have one. And you know what? It wasn't even that expensive. They used to be really expensive. This whole thing. So I got the Rit Fit or Right Fit, however you say it. This brand, Rit Fit. This is like the P and then a bunch of numbers model. I don't know what it is. Was with the bar, with the bench, and with 230 pounds of weight, which was a 45, 35, 25, and a 10, was $1,600. Now, could be expensive for some people, and that's super reasonable, but my gym is $80 a month here, and so this is 1 year's worth of gym and then pay for itself. Also, it does come with a good array of things. Obviously, it's power cage, so I can squat, bench, deadlift if you want. It does have cables. I haven't used this thing really at all until now, so I'm actually kind of testing it for the first time now. And so far, I've noticed it's a little rickety, but whatever. And yeah, it's sick. I'm really stoked about it. I'm happy I went with this one. There was another one that I was looking at, but actually, the thing that deterred me from the other one over this one was the pull-up bar, because the one I was looking at was, I think, also this brand. The pull-up, it didn't have just a flat pull-up part, which is the one that's the grip that I like. It just had like a bunch of weird ones, and this has weird ones too for whatever you want to do, but it didn't have just a straight on, and that's what made me decide this one. So happy I went with that decision, because it is cool to have different grips for pull-ups, but I just like to do normal pull-ups because normal pull-ups are cool. Yeah. Now, I have to test the bench. See how this goes. High on this. Like there, maybe? Oh, that's weird looking at the sky, not the ceiling. My center good? So, this is weird, but I just feel like my elbows are gonna hit this thing, but they're definitely not. Definitely have enough room. I'm definitely gonna need to mess around with this for a while. Try to figure out the placement for this, the positionings and everything. It is mentally weird. Honestly, I'm gonna take these off. That's just gonna mess with my head. But other than that, no complaints so far. See, I can actually feel it a little bit. But the left side of where I'm sitting is down a little more. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm not down, up more. This is just ever so slightly elevated, like a centimeter or less, but I can notice it, and it's a little funky. But as I kind of adjust to it, I think I'll be able to figure out how to not let it mess with me at all. But for now, it's definitely noticeable. Put some 25s on. Whoo, this is crazy. Oh, I have these on, by the way. Now, the reason that I hate the spinny bars, well, this is the reason I tell myself, is for some reason when I use the bars that this is a separate piece and it allows like the weights to spin around, my wrists don't want to stabilize it as well. And I don't know if that's just a me thing, it probably is, or if it's actually, let me know if that happens to you. If when you use a bar that the nub that the weight goes on, if it moves, if you feel less stable, because I sure think I do. But ooh, the moon! I can see the moon. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I think I can do 245. I don't have 5, so I can't even do 235, so I'm just gonna have to wing it. But I'm pumped. I'm gonna get it. Jabbering a lot because I'm excited. This is fun. I hope you enjoy the jabbering. Yeah. I'm gonna wait a second, and then I'm gonna do 245. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to get my brother actually. Well, looks like we're doing this spotless. So, if we die, we die. Well, yeah. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Woo! See, now I can celebrate with some volume and not piss off other gym goers. All right, 245. And honestly, that moved not too bad. Definitely could have moved smoother, but I'm not mad at that. 245 moved pretty good. I think if I had a spot and I was a little more comfortable, I could do 255. I think I could have. But I'm gonna leave it at 245. That's definitely good enough for now. Next up, pull-ups. Okay, time for some pull-ups. Dude, guys, I'm so excited. You have no idea. The hype is building more and more as I do this. Anyways, pull-ups. I just want clean reps all the way down, all the way up. I do have some limited shoulder mobility, so I can't like go like this, yet. Maybe if I stretch it out. But just chin to the bar, all the way down. And I'm just going to see how many I could do. Body weight, that's going to be my starting point. I'm probably going to just do body weight for a little bit, with the goal of eventually 45 or 5, whatever, But let's just see what our baseline is first. Okay. I think that was 10. Whew. I think that's good. So, 315 squat, 245 bench, 10 clean reps of pull-ups, mosquitoes, fuck yeah. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, I'm back. Brief intermission. I was gone for a few hours. I got busy. But anyways, got to wrap up the video and explain the plan for this next situation. But first, check this out. Protein ice cream. I've been trying to figure out a way to have ice cream and not get fat. And I've seen the creamy attachment videos on Instagram of like low calorie, high protein ice cream. I kind of thought they were exaggeratory. No, if you like ice cream and you got the money, my housemate had it, get the creamy attachment for the Ninja Blender and get protein ice cream. What I have here is a cup and a half of Greek yogurt or 2 servings, fat-free. So it's like 36 grams of protein in that alone, and for I think 180 calories. And then I have a scoop of Sebum's isolate protein powder. This one is the gingerbread cookie, which I don't really like that much. It is good, but it's better than every protein powder I've had before, but it's not really my flavor. So I'm just going to eat through all these until I'm done. And then I have the mint chip one, and that one is fire. That is the best protein powder I've ever had. Not sponsored, not anything, but it's amazing. Anyways, so now I'm going to have protein ice cream. And so, in the yogurt alone, there's 36 grams of protein, plus 25 grams from the scoop of whey. And I'm pretty sure it's 150 calories. I might be wrong about that. But it's like somewhere around 300, 350 calories. And then I add some unsweetened almond milk. And then I add a little bit of crushed graham cracker, like half of a stick, and some chocolate chips. So it's like, I don't know, 400, 450 calories for 60 grams of protein. 61 grams, actually. Can't beat it. But, anyways, the next journey is going to be strength-oriented. Um, as I mentioned before, I want to get a 315 bench and a 405 squat to start. I want that goal to go to a 350 bench and a 495 squat would be really cool. It's not anytime soon. This isn't going to be a short series or anything like that. Those are the two things lift wise. Oh, and at first, I want to be able to do a 45, 5 pull-ups with a 45, maybe 10, and then eventually it'd be dope to get 2 45s, 90 pounds, and get 5 pull-ups. Also, way down the road, not anytime soon. Okay, so those are the 3 main lifting goals that I have, or the strength goals. There's a couple other things I want to focus on though too. One of them is grip strength. So lifts are one thing, but that's not the only part that makes someone strong. Grip is a big thing, and I have a very weak grip. I always have. Been lifting for so long, group on property. I've done a lot of farm boy stuff. For some reason, my hands just don't seem to get strong. I've also never intentionally trained them. I've never really trained forearms much even, and I'm curious as to see how my body will respond to specifically training grip strength. Plus, it'd be cool to have slightly bigger forearms, but that's not really the main focus. Um, I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to use as the method of training the grip strength. Grip strength. So far, I've considered that training. I don't know what it's called, where you just grind rice and sand with your hands and just squeeze it a bunch. I've also thought about doing plate holds with 2 plates in the middle of my fingers, but I don't have any plates for that, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Obviously, farmer's carries, dead hangs, stuff like that, gonna implement. Don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm trying to structure some kind of program around that as well. Another thing that I want to maintain focus on is not getting fat. Now, I'm not shredded anymore, unfortunately. The shreds are gone, but we're not fat. We got a little bit of chub because it's just healthy for me. But I just don't want to get to 200 or above. Maybe if I somehow get super jacked, but I would like to stay under 190, and that's fed, that's not like dehydrated and fasted. I want to stay 185 would be great to be like the peak weight. And then maybe over the process we shed a little bit of this extra fat because maybe we won't need it. I don't know. We'll see. And through that, I want to do 2 things. One, I still want to do some extra just walking cardio every day on the treadmill, playing some Skyrim, watching some TV, whatever. Be a good point to talk during the videos too. The other thing is I want to hit the bag more. I have been hitting the bag a bit over these last couple months while I've been gone. I've still been struggling with my knuckles splitting a little bit too much. They're getting better. They are getting tougher, and actually, honestly, after this one is done healing completely, I should be good to go on that. But, so I don't want to just be stronger in my lifts. I want to be just overall tougher and more powerful. The most powerful version of myself, physically speaking. And yeah, this is where I'm going to start. So brick by brick, we're going to build myself into a wall, all from home. Now, another aspect of all this is diet. Ice cream. Protein ice cream. High calorie, no, high protein, low calorie. Is going to be still my goal dietary all around. High protein, low calorie. I'm not trying to have ridiculously low calories and pull some, what was his name, Tristan Lee, and be just shredded all the time, But I don't want to get fat, and the internet says that I need somewhere around 25 to 2,700 calories for my height and weight. Maybe that's accurate. I don't know. It feels like I'm somewhere in the low 2,100, 2,200, somewhere around there to maintain my size. So I want to just keep my calories below 2,500. And even if it's below 2,500 and that is a caloric deficit, at 2,200 calories, I have enough energy to feel good. I have enough energy to lift hard. I feel the best. I'm not bloated or overeaten. So what I have devised as a diet plan to reach that goal is this. Okay, this is take 3. Take 1, I got derailed, and take 2, I also got derailed. So we're gonna try this again. Talking about the diet. So everything that I want to eat is going to be like this protein ice cream. High protein, low calorie, except for breakfast. Breakfast, what I have been doing, is a bagel. It's a plain bagel toasted with cottage cheese. A half cup is what I've been using because that's the serving size. The 2% cottage cheese that I get is, according to the thing, 90 calories and 11 grams of protein, which isn't like a crazy protein hit in the morning, but it's just something to get some protein in the body and some carbs, which I will be using throughout the day. I also have an orange just for the fiber because I don't really get much dietary fiber, and I have noticed that lacking dietary fiber doesn't help my gut health, obviously. Other meals. So I meal prepped 2 kinds of burritos, kind of like chicken bacon ranch burritos, where each burrito has about 250 grams of chicken, I think a strip of bacon each, roughly, because I crumbled them up, but I used a whole pack and I made 12 burritos, so somewhere around a strip of bacon. And then a sauce I made out of cottage cheese and like a spicy ranch seasoning stuff. So all in all, it's 95 grams of protein at just under 800 calories. I think it was like 770 or 750 or somewhere around there. And then I made beef burritos, which are still 250 grams or somewhere around there of 93.7 lean ground beef. And then I have beans and then some onions and stuff in the meat. Those are lower protein. They're 65 grams for the same amount of calories. They're good, but I think I'm going to not prep the beef ones again and just keep prepping chicken because they're higher protein for the same calories. And honestly, they're a little bit better. And then dinner, that's a lunch. Dinner, I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to try to orient my meals around meat and vegetables, whether that's like a taco salad or some kind of pasta that's very meat and vegetable heavy. Not going to be particular or strict about it. I'm not trying to be in a caloric deficit. I'm just trying to keep my calories within reason, low enough to not get fat. And so just something focused on meat, vegetables. If I have a carb, it's going to be as like pasta or something. And then dessert, protein ice cream. This is 1.5 cups of fat-free Greek yogurt, just no flavor or anything. And then I have Chris Bumstead's, and this one, it's Chris Bumstead's gingerbread flavor of his isolate protein. And I also have the mint chip. This is really good, but the mint chip is way better. And honestly, this is really good because it's the only protein powder that I've liked, but I bet it's my least favorite of the flavors. I haven't tried them all. Anyways, getting derailed again. But, so, 2 servings of Greek yogurt and 1 scoop of protein powder. Each serving of Greek yogurt is 18 grams protein, so it's 36 grams for this whole thing, plus the 25 grams protein powder, so it's 61 grams total so Greek yogurt was 90 calories per serving, so 180 calories per serving, and or 180 calories for 2 servings. I think this is 150 calories for protein powder. I'm not sure, but whatever, somewhere around 300 to 350 calories, and then plus some unsweetened almond milk, which is about 30 calories a cup, and I use half a cup maybe. So that's not very many calories. So this thing's like 400 calories roughly, and 61 grams of protein. So it's actually my best protein to calorie ratio, I think. That's what I'm gonna try to stick to. It's just that, roughly that structure, and vary it when need be. This isn't gonna be like a dieting thing. I'm not trying to stay or get shredded. I'm trying to get strong, trying to get tougher, trying to build myself up, and food is gonna be the most important thing for that. And this is delicious, by the way. If you like ice cream and you're just trying to figure out how you can get ice cream in your diet, get a creamy attachment, get a Ninja blender, blend up some Greek yogurt and some good protein powder, and I'm telling you, it is so good. So good. Ninja or Creamy, whoever, sponsor me, and I will pump your products every day. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, I haven't completely structured the program itself yet. I'm starting it tomorrow, the actual lifting part, but I don't have it written out, scheduled, or blocked up how I normally do or how I did last time. I'm going to work on that tonight or tomorrow morning, not sure. And I'm going to determine what will be the best way, the best system, the best time frame for me, and realistically how well I can achieve it. I almost forgot a very important part. I'm also taking creatine. I'm currently in the loading phase. I'm taking 20 grams a day for 3 more days. I've already been doing it for 3 days. So I was going to do a week, but then I decided 6 days is going to have to be good enough because it's disgusting. But so 20 grams from now, and then I'm going to be taking 10 grams a day. Most people take 5. I took 5 every other time that I've taken it my entire life, except for the last time that I took it. I took 10 and I responded better. I was fuller, had more energy, I was a little bit stronger. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to stick with 10 grams a day instead of 5. That's the only thing for creatine. Okay, we have our base figured out. We have our goals set. We have our diet planned, roughly. The last piece is what is the actual lifting program that we're going to be following. All right, I need to remember to slow down when I talk because I get really excited and I just, you don't know what I'm saying. I also need to look at the camera because I've been looking at myself. So we're going to get back on this YouTube thing, don't you worry. Anyways, so the program that I'm going to follow for actually getting stronger isn't going to be some like pre-structured program. I'm going to structure it myself. I'm not a personal trainer, so don't expect me to be going into this as super high and knowledgeable. I'm just a lifter, but I figured out some things that work for me. My last strength program, getting up to a 365 squat and a 295 bench, I followed this routine. I was doing starting at 3 sets of 3 at whatever weight, and then I would add a rep, progressive overload, per 1 rep per set, or 1 rep per session, I should say, not per set. 1 rep per session every session until I got 3 sets of 5. Once you get 3 sets of 5, I would max out, see what I went up to, and then I would go back down to a little bit heavier. I usually was adding 5 or 10 pounds and starting back at 3 sets of 3 and work my way back up. I'm going to do that same thing because that worked really well for me. I did that on my bench, my squats, pull-ups, and barbell rows, which I don't know if I'm going to focus on this time, but maybe I will. But yeah, so I'm going to follow that same rough structure. I'm still going to throw in some accessory work just because I like doing it, but I'm not really doing this for the physique, so it's more for fun, and maybe for more mobility and all that. So I'm not just going to bench, squat, and do pull-ups. That would be super boring. And then when it comes to the other stuff, hitting the bag, the hand grip strength training, walking on the treadmill, I don't know how exactly I'm going to structure it to a T, but I think the bag, I want to do 20 to 30 minutes each day. Walking cardio, or not each day, but each day I do bag work. Walking cardio, I want to do an hour to an hour and a half for now. Haven't decided. And then for the grip strength stuff, I'm going to have to feel that one out because I don't know how I'm going to respond to it. But I'm thinking whatever exercises I choose, 3 sets of each one and 2 or 3 exercises per session. So that's the current plan. I know there's a lot of rambling all over the place, not super exciting. If you're interested in watching me become a unit at home for fun, subscribe, like, and comment. And if any of the OGs from the previous thing see this, what's up, guys? How's it going? How are we doing? How's our goals? Anyways, all right, I'm going to go to bed, brush my teeth and all that. But that's the update. Let's get going on this fucking next journey. All right. Love yourselves, love each other, be kind, spread love, and take yourself on a date or something. All right? Okay, see ya.